We have one more perform for you before we go off to a break. Please give her all the love you have the other three. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage the lovely Althea Shoot. Good evening.
Awesome, thanks for having me. Yeah, so my family's quite religious, so I'm a bit nervous about this. I lost my faith when God refused to give me boobs. I've been praying for them since I was 14, and I later realised He did give me boobs, He just gave me man boobs. I mean, I know He's a busy guy, you need to be specific, but I feel like He designed me on a Friday afternoon before a long weekend. Like, managed to draw like half a boob and said, fuck it, it's 5 to 4, I'm out of here. Like, cheers, mate. And it's not like I'm the most intellectual type, so personality and good conversation just wasn't going to cut it. So I went to Thailand, and that was good. A lot of people think, you know, boob job, Thailand, risky. Perhaps not a good idea. I think they picture like you'll be in some tin shed with some dude who's got you on a concrete block and he's using like a rusty scalpel and a couple of sandbags. But the hospital was amazing, honestly. It was like getting surgery at the Four Seasons. And I reckon women who keep going back to get bigger, like, they just want that 5-star meal at a McDonald's price. You know, they can't turn down a good deal. It's great. It's fantastic. My surgeon's name was Dr. Pornthep, and his boobs were amazing. Fantastic. And he had the word porn in his name, so I was like, jackpot, you know? It's brilliant. But they just called him the boob god, actually. And he was, because you ask him for boobs, and he actually delivers. Instead of faith, he just asks for like $3.5 grand and what size you'd like, which is great. Fantastic. I wasn't really too nervous about it, you know, but I do remember having doubts just as they put the gas mask on me. I was like, you know, not about the surgery, but because I saw Dr. Pornthep in the corner browsing on his iPhone. And seriously, my last conscious thought was, is he Googling how to do this? Alright. That was scary. You know, we do some stupid shit to look good. And like, we judge people by their appearance. Like, fair enough, it's a fact. I accept it. And so does Tinder. Literally a dating app where you accept or reject people by swiping left or right on their picture. And I'm guilty of this. I've had a bit of a peek and had a look. You know, and some people, you look at them and you're like, you know, he doesn't work out. He's a bit tubby, you know. Or, you know, he's not going to go far in life, he's a bit short. There was this one profile, actually, the guy's really buff, you know, he's got veins popping out and, you know, he's bald. But, you know, something about him, he just looked like a bit of a prick. Like, something about him, he was so uptight looking. And, I mean, you can get all that just from dick pics. It's amazing. It's insane. Alright. I don't watch a lot of TV. I prefer to lose my brain cells drinking alcohol or smoking pot because it's fun and you actually learn something. Like, I found out beer makes me really good at playing pool and rum makes me fantastic at emotional breakdowns. I used to smoke quite a bit of pot too, not proud of it. Wouldn't recommend it. But one thing that's taught me is, you know, you become ridiculously content with life. Like, I was perfectly happy supporting my dropkick boyfriend who, even if he had a job, like most of it would have been going to child support or paying off debt. And I was so content, even when my car got stolen, like we just laughed it off and didn't even file a report, which was good because 2 days later I realised I actually parked it down the wrong driveway. We tried ice once, just gave us brain freeze. And it's a waste of my money. Hipsters spend a lot of money on coffee, and you can tell because they're trying to make up the costs in really odd ways. Like, they drink out of recycled jars and they make their furniture out of pallet wood. I don't know if you can relate to that. You go to those hipster joints and that's all you see. But yeah, like, despite those awesome efforts, they can never afford a complete haircut. They used to, they offer women half a head of foils or something, and now they seem to offer men half-head haircuts, which is a bit strange. And I used to be a web designer, and there are a lot of hipsters in web design, so I decided to become a web developer instead. And it's good because guys in IT, they can actually afford a complete haircut. They just choose not to. I don't know why there aren't more women in IT, because like we've all got long hair and we like to play games. My mum actually was in IT back in South Africa and in New Zealand, and she noticed the names for things are quite different. Like back in her day, obviously they used those old floppy disk things, and in South Africa we call that a stiffy. So you can imagine when she asked to borrow one, they were all too happy to help. I think one guy actually offered to give her a hard drive. Yeah, not great. When I was, when I was 20-ish, I found out you can actually have sex with someone without being monogamous. And this was news to me. I'm raised Christian, you see, and they call it casual sex. So I gave it a go, and I felt really overdressed. I wasn't too sure how to be casual about it. Like, you know, if you do happen to reach orgasm, do you sort of like smile and nod, like, cool bro, or like, would a high five be too much? I'm not sure. I don't think it's for me. Like, obviously, I'll cock tease a little bit for a free drink, but only because these have to pay for themselves, you know? Oh well. Yeah, that's too bad. But I'm more of the long-term relationship-y sort of girl, and sex hasn't been that exciting, I'll admit, and I probably haven't known any better, but I feel like if they made a film about my sex life, it would have to be a trilogy, and even then you'd have to buy the extended version just to get to the climax. Thank you guys very much, you've been awesome.
Keep it going for Althea, shoot, ladies and gentlemen.